we are seeing more and more of this acknowledgement, and you look at most of the large banks now, and I know quite a few folks who work in the research groups or in the digital assets groups. So most large banks have actually now gone to a point where they've created divisions within their organizations, which actually focus on the circular economy or digital assets, etc. Are we there yet in terms of working with DeFi? No, because the fundamental idea is decentralized finance. Sounds scary if you're a banker, right? The very name has decentralized finance, and you are an intermediary. So how do you create a model, or you create proactively adopt and adapt to a world in which this change is here to come? So rather than being guided by fear, how can you be a part of this ecosystem? It's early days yet, but again, I think a lot of us have an important role, especially folks like us who work 20-25 years in the industry and who understand the world from both sides, to kind of act as evangelists as well, because there is genuinely a lot of fear in traditional organizations that, anyway, first fintechs came and took their lunch and dinner and breakfast, and now whatever little is left, if everything is going to be automated through smart contracts, then hey, why the heck do you need a bank? So I think there are ways in which banks can play a very important part. And all said and done, I'm not here to discount or trash banks as a lot of crypto maximalists would do. I think there is banks, all said and done, stand for trust. And it's simple. If you and I had to put in our hard-earned money, where would you put it in a trusted organization or a bank? So how can you take that trust and how can you embed it in the decentralized economy is a challenge. And I say that all of us also have a role to play in evangelizing and educating it. And I try and do it in my own little way as an educator as well, because it's not just fear, but it's also that most of the 99% of the bankers are keen to understand it, but they just don't understand it as yet, because as you said, this is a multidisciplinary kind of science meets art. So and that's why I use the term Renaissance moment, because there are so many things which come together here. You are redefining economics, you are redefining money, you are redefining interactions, you are redefining the role of intermediaries, you are redefining payments and kind of combining it with gamification. You are redefining what it means to be rewarded in a circular ecosystem. So these are not very easy concepts for people who've been in the banking industry for 10, 15, 20 years to grasp, and therefore we will have to also kind of offer a hand and say, hey, don't worry, this is the wave of the future, so you cannot escape it, but it is not meant primarily to kill you. Together we can make a better world. So banks can do a great role when it comes to things like trusted custody solutions, etc., creating more trusted liquidity pools, etc., rather than operators some of whom are not the most credible. So you have to take the credibility and the plus. Let's not forget, banks are probably the best out there when it comes to KYC compliance, controls, etc., things which are perhaps very nascent in this industry. So you have to find the take the strengths of these stakeholders, take the strengths of the decentralized finance world, and bring them together. Easier said than done, but perhaps that's where we are trying to work.